Okay, y'all, this is like the third time I'm recording this video. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and I just wanted to get it right. Um, Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geneva. This is my channel, Geneva Lane. And today I am doing this video because I turned 25 in April. They say this is the time where the frontal lobe is developing. I just think that this is the time where you just stop dealing with certain BS. Like, I feel like you just stop taking certain stuff around this time. And I just wanted to share with y'all some of the life lessons that I have learned now that I'm 25, whether I'm going through them right now or I've learned from, these mistakes. And I just wanted to share it with you guys. I cannot wait to get a mic because I sometimes feel like y'all can't hear me clearly, but it's okay. I'm gonna get one in the future and I hope y'all can hear me clearly, okay? I have wrote down these, let me hide this part. It's these. I've wrote down all the life lessons that I have learned, and I'm gonna tell y'all just a little bit explain a little bit of why this is the reason why I've learned said lesson from this situation or life lesson. And yeah, y'all sit back, get y'all a drink. I got mine. This is some electrolyte, some Pedialyte, and 7-Up because I'm a little dehydrated. And if you got some snacks, some chips, whatever, sit back and enjoy the video. First thing I wanted to say is it took me a minute to actually get up and record this video because I, for some reason, was trying to get these materialistic things, whether it was my career, my new apartment, all these things to just feel more qualified to do this video, when in reality, the only qualifications that I needed to do this video is be 25 and have lived a life, and I've done those things. So I have to, subtract myself from these visions I've had as a child of where I should be when I was 25 and the reality of what 25 looks like for me. And honestly, I'm loving it. I love where I'm at 25. I, yes, want to be in a different place, but I love where I am right now. And I would love to share that with you guys. Starting with life lesson number 1. All right. Life lesson number 1. If you do not have a curated relationship with God, you need to get one. A curated, personal relationship with God, get one. Your 20s is an interesting time, okay? You're going to be changing in very vast and huge ways. Every year is completely different from the next year. Like, nothing is the same. From jobs to friends to relationships, you're learning so much in your 20s. Your 20s is just a beautiful, amazing, wild time. And yeah, I just believe that you need God with you during this time. Like, it's a beautiful thing having a great relationship with God and being able to talk to him and just knowing that he cares and he loves us, and he loves each and every one of us differently. He knows each and every one of us differently, and he cares about every last one of us. And if you feel like nobody else is caring about you or whatever the case may be, having that relationship with God and knowing that he loves you and that he cares for you and that he is there to listen is probably the best feeling to know. So life lesson number 1 that I've learned is I developed a relationship, and every day I'm taking my time to get to know the Lord because he takes his time to get to know me and love me and cares about me. So I have taken my time to do the same for my God. Life lesson number 2 that I've learned is stop hanging around people who don't like you. Yeah, this is coming from a girl from probably elementary school all the way up until like early college. I hung around people who did not like me, and I suffered the consequences from that. So I think I would like to state that because there are younger women out there hanging around people who do not like them. I'm actually going to make a video about this later on because I watched a TikToker who said something that I really related to, that it's dangerous to hang around people who don't like you, who are jealous of you, who are envious of you. And I'm very grateful that I did not suffer severe repercussions from hanging around people who don't like me. But there are young women and even young men who are dead today because they are hanging around people who are truly jealous and envious of them. So stop hanging around people who don't like you today. Life lesson number 3, stop people pleasing as soon as possible. If not right now, you take an oath to stop people pleasing. It would be nice to do it right now, but I took the oath to stop people pleasing at around 21, I believe. And I lost a lot of friends during that time. But it really has shaped me to feel more comfortable with telling people no. I enjoy my time more. And I may not always be liked or loved, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for safety in people whenever I was being a people pleaser. But I notice now that in the world, I'm more respected, and people like me actually even more because I respect myself enough to say no. I respect myself enough to not hang around certain people or do certain things or, be overly nice to people. So stop people pleasing. That's simple. Tip number 4, or I keep saying tips. I don't mean tips. These are my life lessons and what I've learned. And so sorry, guys, I'm not trying to teach y'all anything. I'm just expressing what I've learned during this wonderful and beautiful thing we call life in my 25 years. Life lesson number 4 that I've learned is go ahead and go to therapy. I went to therapy when I was 21. I'm back in therapy. I was in there for about 5 or 6 months, and I think just last month I got back into therapy. So go to therapy. I feel like everybody needs to go to therapy. We're all going through something, or we all need help with understanding something. So going to therapy can really help you kind of understand what's going through you. So go to therapy. I think everybody should go. It's a beautiful, wonderful, amazing thing. And to get professional help on some things that, are concerning you about yourself, is very helpful. So go ahead and go to therapy. Life lesson number 5. The next 2 lessons have come from my wonderful and beautiful parents. And these are 2 life lessons that I have taken into the world and have actually helped me. The very first lesson, my mom taught me. And then my dad started saying it too. So this is just one that I will take throughout my entire life. My kids will know it, and my kids will know it. Okay, so life lesson number 5. This is from my mom, my mommy dearest. Okay, when people show you who they are, believe them. This has been probably the most helpful tip because when I see who you are, I can either accept you as who you are or I can walk away. But when people show you who they are, you have to believe them. Don't, try to play it off. People are showing you exactly who they are. Example, if you are a tardy person, they're always late. This person is always late. They're not trustworthy. They're showing you who they are. Believe them. I'm right now watching Next Gen New York City, NYC. And there is an individual in the friend group. I think his name is Brooke, if he ever sees this. He is talking about the other guy in the friend group, and he's saying, I'm not really confrontational, but he's talking smack to other people about an issue that he has with another individual, instead of stating to that individual, hey, I have an issue with you. I've experienced this with people in real life. I don't like people like this because, okay, you're not very confrontational, but you're talking about people, you know. That's the type of person who talks about people, you know. They try to play it off as, oh, I'm just not very confrontational, so I'm going to talk to people who I feel confident about to talk to about it. People make mistakes, but for me personally, I see that as a type of personality as, hey, you tend to talk about people and you play it off as, I'm not very confrontational. People are showing, he is showing you who he is. He talks about people, and he doesn't have a problem talking about people and not talking to that person about the mistake that they made. So I'm just saying, there are certain people, when they show you who they are, believe them. I'm going to tell you like a little personal story about my life with friends. I had a friend, every time, you know, there was a mistake with, oh, maybe this is why it bothered me, because I actually have a friend who was similar to that behavior that Brooke has. This friend, every time they had a fallout or a situation with a friend, they would go and they would splatter their name all over the place, tell everybody about this person, about what they did and how horrible they were. When it came to me, this individual did the same thing, ran my name through the mud. This person showed me who they were and I didn't believe them. So life lesson number 6 comes from my mom. When people show you who they are, believe them, okay? Don't take it as, oh, maybe it's just a bad day. No, that's who they are. That's a character. That's their character, okay? Just saying. Life lesson number 7 comes from my big daddy-o. Your car is your second pair of legs. Take care of it. Your car is your second pair of legs. Make sure you take care of it, okay? I have a used car, so I'm coming from the perspective of an individual who has a used car and does not lease. Make sure you have money to the side to take care of your car, okay? Make sure you get your brake pads checked. Make sure you get the tires, make sure they're good. Make sure you get the good oil, okay? Make sure everything in your car is good. Make sure you get that checked under the hood. Make sure that everything is good to go. Just every blue moon, get your car checked up, you know. Get a tune-up. Every couple years I get a tune-up on my car. You know, just make sure she's good to go. My dad always said your car is your second pair of legs because, you know, I've done public transportation. I didn't always enjoy it. I've done Ubers, didn't always enjoy them. I've done all of it. I've done Ubers, I've done taxi cabs, I've done public transportation, and let me tell you, it's not always enjoyable. I like to be in my own car, minding my own business, listening to my music, my podcast, talking loud on my phone, eating my snacks, okay? Not having to worry about, can I eat in somebody's car? Take care of your car. Take care of your car so you can enjoy driving where you want to go and doing what you want to do. Period. So that was life lesson number 7 that came from my dad. Life lesson number 8 is one that I have learned in my lifetime just by watching and paying attention to people. I feel like now in life, you know, I believe that I have a very good sense of discernment, but people are interesting in this lifetime. I'm just realizing there's a lot of different characteristics and personalities when it comes to people. People are very, what's the word I can use for people? People are very interesting and different. Like there's no two people that are alike. People are very interesting and different, and I love getting to learn and know new people and different cultures and everything. But with that being said, life lesson number 7 that I have learned is find out what your strengths and your weaknesses are so people cannot use them against you. There are people out there in the world who are casing you out to manipulate you, especially in dating when it comes to men. They are trying to figure out who you are. They're casing you out to figure out who you are. Okay, people are a little bit narcissistic, some people, and a lot of narcissistic personalities tend to be in men. So I'm just saying, for your own safety, understand what your strengths are and understand what your weaknesses are so people cannot use them against you to manipulate you. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, if you know who you are, you're a lot less prone to manipulation. You know when people are playing games with you. And like, because I've had people play games with me, and I may not have understood the game, because when people play mind tricks with you, you don't know why they're playing mind tricks with you, but you know they're playing mind tricks with you. For example, I had this guy who was interested in me, but I knew he was a little interested in me, but I knew he was a little insecure being around me because of how I carried myself and how confident I was with him. So what he was trying to do was break down my confidence by, acting nonchalant with me. Like, how did he do this? So like, we were cool, we were hanging out, we were having fun, enjoying ourselves together and everything. And then all of a sudden, talking, and he was being as receptive with me as I was with him. But then all of a sudden he started acting nonchalant with me. Like, hey, what's up? Or, not talking to me. And he did this for a while, and then all of a sudden he was being nice to me again. And it was like, I knew then, like, this is some type of psychological trick that you're trying to play on me. So hush, mama, I'm talking to the camera. I'm not crazy. I'm talking to the camera. See? I'm doing a YouTube video, okay? My dog thinks I'm crazy because I'm talking to the camera. I know she does. You may not always know the game that manipulators are playing, but you know when people are playing games with you. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you tend to know when people are playing games with you. Even if you don't know what the game is, you know when people are playing games with you. And it makes it easier for you to confront it when it is a game. So it's just very important to know when people are playing games with you. It's just very important to know your strengths and your weaknesses, so you know when people are playing those little silly games with you, and you can call it out. So, because manipulation is everywhere, honey, even in the sales tactics they use to sell us stuff. So it's just important to know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Life lesson number 9 that I've learned is actually one that I've learned from my therapist. He says it in a different way, but this is how I have accepted and curated it. Not making a decision is a decision. So what I'm trying to say is, if you decide to not make a decision, you have made a decision. Whatever happens from you not making a decision is what happens. You know what I'm saying? What am I how my therapist states is if you're in front of a cold swimming pool, you can either jump into the pool or be pushed into the pool. Either way, you got to get in the pool. That is kind of how life works. Now, jumping in the pool, you may not want to jump in the pool. It may not even be enjoyable when you do jump in the pool. It might be like freezing cold. It may not be enjoyable, but you have more joy jumping into the pool because you had the power to make that decision. When you're pushed into the pool, you still have to deal with that situation with the pool, but now you didn't get the opportunity to make the decision to jump. So now you are upset about having to jump into the pool. So that's why not making a decision is a decision. That's a life lesson I've learned here and now. Life lesson number 10. I understand that we have inflation and everything going on, but I have to say, in your 20s, I am 25 and I've lived in 2 different cities besides the one I live in now. If you have the opportunity to leave your hometown and live somewhere else, go ahead and do it. At least once. Live somewhere else. You learn that the world is way bigger than your backyard. It's way bigger than the friends that you had in high school or the people that you knew in high school. It's way bigger than the community that you came from. It's way bigger than the things that you are used to doing. So if you have the opportunity in life in your 20s, when, for me personally, I ain't got no man, I ain't got no kids, I'm taking this opportunity to do what I want to do. Leave your hometown, okay? Figure out who you are with your parents not around. Figure out who you are. Figure out who you are with your parents ain't around, with those friends who aren't around, when you're out of that community, okay? Figure out who you are. And that goes with a bonus one. Number 10, number 11. That's a bonus one. you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. If you want to make changes in your life, if you want to make changes to who you are, you don't have to explain to anybody those changes. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't really have to explain yourself. Whatever changes you want to make, how you want to live, where you want to go, what you want to do, you don't have to explain your life to anyone, period. Life lesson number 11 that I've learned: create more than you consume. Okay, it says in the Bible, in the beginning God created. Okay, in the beginning God created. You need to create. That is our biological, setting, factory setting, to create. We are built and created to create. Okay, in Ecclesiastes, Solomon, he states that the only things you have in this world is your food. Me and my stepmom were talking about your food, your drink, and your works. Okay, your food, your drinks, and your works. My good servants by the fruits of their labor. It says it over and over and over and over again. You need to create more than you consume. You are known by your works. Okay, when you die, what you leave are your works. And at the end of the day, you don't want to die and not have left your mark. You see what I'm saying? The only thing that dash in between the time you were born, that dash and the time that you died, the only thing that dash shows is that you've consumed and did nothing else. Okay, make sure you have something to leave this world. So it's important, your works. Life lesson. Oh, this one is actually eating me up. I felt convicted about this one, but that's why I put it down for you guys. I think this is life lesson number 12 that I've learned. Being late is not cute. Okay, this is coming from a girly who was late most of her life. I was late to school, late to work, late to friends' events. I've lost friends because of being late. I was put on the layoff list of work early because I was late. Stop being late. Because the funny thing was, I'm a good friend. I'm an amazing friend. Or was, before they broke up with me. I was an amazing friend. I was an amazing employee. You can say all these good things about me, but even my boss pulled me to the side. He was like, whenever I was being late, I think I was like 21 when this happened. He was like, you're an amazing young lady. You do your work on time. You learn quickly and everything, but you're late all the time. I can't really get with that, you being late. And it stopped me from getting my promotion because my butt was always late. And I thought, oh, I'm good at work, so it doesn't matter that I'm late. It does matter that you're late because it shows that you're not a trustworthy individual. So stop being late. And my advice for people who are always late is become more prepared. Schedule, learn how to schedule like the traffic and everything. So if it takes you 20 minutes to get to that place, that means, and you need to be there, like, let's say at 1 o'clock, it takes you 20 minutes to get down there. Don't leave your house at 12:30, start getting ready at around 10:45, 10:30, 10:45. Get in your car, start getting ready, get your food, get you something to eat, plan out your map and everything. Get in that car. If you're supposed to be there at 1 o'clock, get in that car 12:15. Start driving down there so you can be there at 1 o'clock. Start driving down there, sit in your car for a minute, relax, or even go into the venue. You get to go straight to the bathroom, check up on your hair. If you've been sweating in your car, me, I ain't got no AC right now, so you sweat in your car, you get to dab yourself up, respray your perfume, freshen yourself up, walk around, see how the place is so you're not feeling frazzled. I like not being late now because I get to check out, when you're late, you're rushing into the event. You're not even getting an opportunity to check up on how you look. You're rushing into the event, trying to fix your blouse and everything, trying to get yourself ready to go. When if you were on time, you got to, get out of your car, you get to sashay through, You know, you get to take your time. I enjoy being on time. It makes life a little bit easier. You know, you get to sashay through, maybe get a drink at the bar, maybe giggle and talk to a few people at the event, ask some questions, you know, take care of yourself, freshen up in the bathroom really quick. You know, you get to do all these things whenever you're on time. You don't feel rushed. You don't feel under pressure. Or even whenever I was going to my job, you know, I get to eat a little snack and chill on my phone for a second before I have to deal with my workflow. So just being on time is important. Just it makes your life easier. You feel more relaxed, more laid back when you're on time. And also people trust and respect you when you are on time. So be on time. Life lesson number 13 that I learned, and I believe this is my final lesson that I've learned. Be prepared slash and do what you need to do to protect yourself. Be prepared. I have a backpack that has all of my, you know, stuff that I need to make sure I'm good. God forbid anything happens, but I do live in a high hurricane area and my home has flooded before. My next door neighbor's tree literally tipped over. It tipped over in her yard, but I'm very grateful it didn't hit her house or anything. But that tree could have tipped over into my yard. That tree very well could have, because it used to sit halfway over on my side and halfway over on her side. That tree could have very well tipped into my yard and hit the back of my house. So I have to say, I have a preparation backpack that I have, just in case anything goes down, God forbid. But if anything does go down, I'm prepared. I want to get one inside of my car as well. I also have an emergency kit in my car that my uncle gave me. It has literally everything that I need in case something was to go down to a flare gun in there. So it has a little breaking glass thing just in case I ever get stuck in the car and stuff like that. It just has everything that I might need in case something was to go down. Yeah, be prepared. Be prepared. Even if it's small stuff like have your clothes ready for the next day or meal prepping, just make sure that you're prepared for stuff. Being on time, figuring out your route to your job, figuring out your route to an event, planning it out the day before, planning out your outfits and your clothes the day before. So being prepared is important. I find that, you know, it's important to be prepared, as well as, I put a slash in there. Do what you need to do to protect. Like, okay, as a woman, you have to do what you need to do to protect yourself. Now, whether that's a weapon, whatever of your choice that you feel like you can handle, get a weapon. For me personally, come up here, mama. Come up here. Girl, she's this little stinker, whatever. Okay, so whether it's getting a weapon, whatever of your choice, that is for you to decide what you can handle and learning how to use it. Whether that is learning self-defense classes, taking the opportunity to learn your self-defense classes, firearm carry, security cameras, security doorbells, security, what is that thing? Security alarm systems, guard dogs, doing what you need to do to protect yourself and make sure that you're protected. You know, I always say this, you can call 911, but they ain't gonna help you in that moment. So just making sure that you are prepared and protecting yourself are important. My dad has always been, look, make sure you taking care of yourself. My dad has always been very much, Geneva, take care of yourself. If I'm not around, I need to make sure that you know how to take care of yourself properly. So I feel like that is very important for all women to know how to take care of themselves. This is a scary world. And I know, you know, people don't want to talk about that topic, but I feel like young ladies, if you are living outside of your hometown, if you are a single woman on your own, it's important that you take those extra steps to make sure that you are protecting yourself. And with that being said, these are all the life lessons that I have learned in my 20s. I am grateful to God that I'm able to be 25 and experience life as a 25-year-old. every day I'm learning something new. Hopefully next year, or if I do this when I'm 30, I have way different perspective. But I'm very grateful to have been able to make this video, to be able to make a video even like this. I don't know where in the world my audience is and what ages y'all are in, but leave a comment down below of what life lessons that you are learning in your journey and what you've experienced, and what you feel like other people need to know in this life. So thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a beautiful and amazing time. I would say night, because it's going to be nighttime for me. It's like 11. But wherever y'all are in the world and whatever y'all are doing, I hope you have a beautiful and amazing, wonderful day whenever your day is. So, love you. Stay blessed out there. I will see you next time. Bye.